I am Laketa M. Smith, the Executive Director and founder of A Femme Society, a daughter of New Orleans historian, and I am community. Where I'm coming from? I'm coming from multi-generation of leaders, liberators, freedom fighters. 2915 Higgins, if you're not aware, the lower Ninth Ward, upper Ninth Ward, everywhere in New Orleans. And I'm coming from a space of being a child organizer. So I've been doing this pretty much my whole life. And thinking about where we are today and where I'm at, I know that the fight has to continue. And I know that we have a lot of work to do, but we can pause and we can recenter ourselves and ground ourselves on what's next and what does next look like to all of us in community, not just for myself, but as a collective. So A Femme Society been on the front lines since the 2020 census response that we have across the state of Louisiana. And so we've been participating partners with Power Coalition and NAACP, LDF since day one. And what we do is advocate people on the rights of them voting, the consequences of not voting, and what fair representation look like, and also empowering people to feel inspired to go to the polls, to wait in those lines, to look at the ballots, to do all of the things that they need to do, because voting is our birthright. And sometimes community don't understand that local elections matter and have consequences, but here we are. We see that happening, unfolding today as we've seen it in the civil rights movement many years ago. So our organization been on the front lines. We're at colleges. We are deep rooted in community, and we have those intimate conversations, whether it's 2 or 200, we're talking to all of the people. What happens is when we're divided and weakened, we tend to dismantle and fall apart. And we're seeing it happen. This is one of probably what I'll say is one of the worst things I've seen in my lifetime, and even in the history books, of how they're trying to dismantle our power intentionally, and how this has been orchestrated, and how it's deeply rooted and founded in hatred. And yet to this day, I'm still very proud to be Black and to be a Black woman. I would never not be proud. I'm on the right side of history, and we looking at it, and a lot of people thinking it's just a moment. No, this is a movement. This is the civil rights movement of our time, and I'm in this fight, and I'm not gonna stop. I think that we're connected because we have a common goal, and that goal is freedom, liberation. Just the ease of being able to sleep while Black, Breonna Taylor. To be pulled over, and if I have a cigarette, Sandra Bland. To run down the street and dream and look at a house that I want to manifest, Ahmaud Arbery. We could go on and on and on. And we have that common goal of wanting to make sure that we can be a part of this American dream, whatever we dream, the Black liberation dream, the utopia dreams, all of the dream, if it's Marcus Garvey dream, whatever your dream is, that we have the right to pursue that. Because America's supposed to be for the land of the living and the land of the free. I want to express gratitude, first off, to my ancestors, my supreme, which is my mom and my daughter, and all of those that came and fought before us. I want people to understand how hard it is. I want people to understand that we need you. Even if you're a 1 hour person, even if you're a 3 hour person, even if you're a text person, even if you are a weekend person. I'm not saying quit your 9 to 5s. I'm not saying that this have to be your full-time job. But what I am saying is that you have a role to play, and your call to action is to get more involved. There is something more that you can do. But also understand that when we are dedicating our lives to do this work, that we're gonna miss the birthday parties, we're gonna miss the graduations, we're gonna miss flights, we're gonna miss time talking, but it doesn't mean that we love you less. In fact, we love you more, because that's our dedication and our ode to you, is to make sure that we all as a collective can be happy, can be thriving, and can live well. But just understand that sometimes If I can't talk to you or get to you or do what needs to be done, even if you have a family that is in this work, understand the sacrifices that we make. We want to be on the other side, but our calling is calling us to march and fight. We the heels and the boots on the ground, and this work has to be done. And it has to be consistent, and it has to be rigorous. And that is who we are, and you understanding that and loving us, but also doing your part. And so it's a body of work, and it's a collective, and as a village, do your part. If you're a cook, if you can cook, whatever you could bring to the table, whatever you can do so that we are together in this, do what you need to do, but also understand when we're doing what we need to do.